All right, everybody. Welcome to the next game in the 1967 pennant chase. Let me see if I got the focus in here correctly before we get going. Looks like we are better now. Might have to throw the extra light on there, but sometimes that gives it a bad tint, so I better not do that. So we'll stick with what we got. Orioles and the Red Sox from Memorial Stadium. This game was played Sunday, September the 24th, 1967. And why is this? Here we go. We'll get it going here soon, as soon as I get everything the way I need it to be. All right, I think going a little more simplified this time. I'm not going to have the big line score. I'm just going to keep the original one off of this score sheet here. Boston won the real game 11-7. So let's take a look at what I can see on the computer screen. And it looks like, from what I can tell, that everything is showing up the way it's supposed to. Looks like everything fits. So we're pretty good there, I think. Hello, Ben. How you doing? So pitching matchup for the Orioles, it is Tom Phoebus, 14-9 with a 3.33 ERA. And for the Red Sox, their ace, Jim Lonborg. If you're going to have anybody pitch for the Red Sox, if you're a Red Sox fan, you want Lonborg out there. But they are in dire straits, as the band goes. Let's look at the standings. And this is where we're sitting right now, as of right this moment. The Red Sox trail by 5.5 to Detroit, and they have this game here. Now, if Boston wins this game, they will pull to within 5, and the magic number will still be 1. But on the 25th, Boston is off. Detroit is in New York. So if Detroit beats the Yankees, then they will clinch. Of course, if Boston loses to Baltimore, then Detroit will already clinch. But Detroit can clinch it on the field with a victory at Yankee Stadium. But that's where we stand right now. Since I've done the replay in Inside Pitch, Detroit is 18-4 since we picked it up from this mark on September 2nd. They've been 18-4. Boston's only been 10-11. And the actual standings through September 23rd would look like this. So you can see how they're doing right there. Hello, Chuck. How are you doing? Tabby is downstairs. She was upstairs. Now she's downstairs. But it wouldn't surprise me if she didn't start scratching about the third inning to get in here. So we'll see how that plays out. Tom Phoebus finishing up the warm-up tosses. And Jose Tartable is going to be a leadoff man. The dice, we're going with Baltimore-colored dice, Baltimore Oriole-colored dice, obviously. So it's win or go home for the Red Sox. Of course, after this game, they will be going home anyway because they're set to face Cleveland at Fenway Park on the 26th. So, but the only way that's going to happen is if they win this game here and the Yankees beat Detroit on the 25th. If that happens, then we'll go to Fenway Park to see them play Cleveland and see if they can keep it going. Hello, Joel. How you doing? All right, so we're ready to go. Phoebus and Tartable. And I think still doesn't seem like the focus is just slightly out for some reason. I think hopefully that's better. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to go with it, whatever we have. Again, Boston won the real game 11-7. So Tartable will lead it off. 6-2, and that's a possible error on a ground ball. Go to Tartable, 4-5. That's a fly to center field, so no error to worry about. And there's one away. And I haven't gotten around to getting one of those mechanical pencils again, so I'm back to using a ink pen. But on these sheets, it's okay. It's when I try to do the Stratomatic sheets where you don't have a whole lot of room and you have to be more precise. That's where I'm really going to need it. Phoebus, 6-3, possible error on a throw. A dare, 2-6 is a fly to center again, no throw needed, so 2 outs. And they've avoided 2 errors due to fly balls to center field. Here's Yaz. 1-1, blank to a lefty with a home run chance to a righty, so Yaz will swing it. 2-3, power result to left field. Goes to 19. That's a 14. That's a home run for Carl Yastrzemski. Look at it again. Look at it up close if you need to. 2-3 is a power result to left field against right-handers, which Phoebus is a righty. 13-19 is a home run. That's a 14. So there you go. Home run, Carl Yastrzemski. He's doing what he can to try to keep the Red Sox playoff hopes with a little bit of life in it. So it's 1-0 Red Sox, and here comes Reggie Smith. Phoebus 1-1. That's again a blank because Smith's a switch hitter batting left, so no home run ball there. 3-3. He will fly to right to end the inning. But a run, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of half an inning to play, it's Boston 1 and the Orioles coming to bat. And the Red Sox have given Jim Lonborg a 1-0 lead to work with. And leading things off for the Orioles will be Luis Aparicio, followed by Blefary and Blair. Lonborg, 4-1. He's not tired. 1-1. It's a star 5, ground ball to short. Petrocelli is there, 1 away. Brings up Kurt Blefary. 4-6 is a walk chance, 12. He walks at an 11. Stadium adds 2. That'll make it a walk. So Blefary draws the base on balls. His attempt is only a 1, though. And he cannot get the lead. So he will hold fast for Paul Blair. Infield looking for the double play. 4-1. He's not tired. We go to Blair. 2-6. It's a fly to center field. 2 down. And now it's going to be up to Frank Robinson. Nothing on the strategy. Here is the pitch. 2-4, and that's a possible error. And that's a 2, so it's most likely going to be an error. 4-5. 4-5 is a single to right field. Checking the error of the right fielder Tartable, though. He's a 0, so it will not be an error. He's just a 0. Just a 0, or I'm not sure how you want to phrase it. Just a 0 sounds kind of, I don't know, demeaning maybe. I don't know. Let me see something here real quick. Thought I had the little cheat sheet made up already, but apparently I did not. I thought I did it in advance, but maybe I did, and it's buried under a chart, and I just can't find it. So I think we will just wing it from here. So single to right field. Single to right field by Robinson. Blefary is a 3. There are 2 outs. He becomes a 4. A single to right to go from first to third on a single to right field. You add 2. So that makes him a 6. Tarbell's a 0, so there's going to be no throw. He makes third automatically. And there's runners on the corners with 2 outs. Hello, RJL. All right. No rigging, Brian. No rigging. Okay, so attempt for Robinson is a 1 to get the lead. He cannot do it. So that's going to bring up the other Robinson, Brooks Robinson, the other white meat. He's coming up with runners on the corners and 2 outs. 1-2, strikeout chance, got him. It's going to end the inning, so Lonborg pitches around that. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. At the end of 1, it's 1-0 Red Sox on the Yastrzemski homer in the top of the first. So the Red Sox are in the lead, but how long can they hold it? Phoebus back out will face Dalton Jones, George Scott, and Rico Petrocelli. And RJL, in case you're worrying or wondering, or Brian, in case you're wondering, Tabby is downstairs. So she may come up here and start scratching at the door later. We never know. 6-2, possible error on a ground ball. Jones, 5-1, grounder to second. That's a 3. Davy Johnson is a 5. That will be an error, E4 on Davy Johnson. So he boots it. Dalton Jones has no attempt to go anywhere. But the E4 puts a runner on. There's a 2, but nothing's happening with that because he can't go anywhere. So here's George Scott. You're not going to hit and run with Scott. He's a power hitter. You want him swinging away for the downs. 2-4 is a walk chance. 7, he's going to walk him. So how about that? An error and a walk. And all of a sudden, the Red Sox have a rally going with nobody out. And Rico Petrocelli. No 20, so nothing happening. Here's Phoebus to Petrocelli. 1-1, and that's a straight-up home run chance to a righty. He's an 8. That's 16, so it fails. Petrocelli will swing it. 4-5. Ground ball to third. Possible double play, but we have to see where it's hit first. When it's first and second and a ground ball to third, you see where it's hit. 1-2 is toward the line. 3 or 4, it's right at him. 5 or 6, it's in the hole. It's 2, so it's down the line. So the only double play chance is a force at third and a throw to first. So there'll be no pivot to worry about. Petrocelli's a 2. -1 is a 1. Halfway is a 2. So 1-2, they get the double play. 3 or higher, he's just going to step on third for the force, and that's going to be it. Yeah, it's actually runner advance. How about that? Because we got the 6, it's a runner advance. So the only play was to first base. 5-3. The other runners move up. That was a bad break for Baltimore. Good break for the Yankees. So second and third, nobody out. And with Lonborg on the mound, the Orioles going to bring the infield in because they think runs are at a premium. And with 1 out, they don't give up a cheap run. Could walk Elston Howard and pitch to Lonborg with the bases loaded, but then you got Tartable behind him. So I think they want to get the weaker hitter Elston Howard out right now if they can. And then be able to face Lonborg with 2 outs. 2-5, strikeout 9. That's the guy, he got him. Strikes out an 11 plus 2 is a 13. So Howard is out of there, 2 down. Now the infield will go back to normal, and Jim Lonborg, a 141 hitter. That's a 1, but nothing's happening on Dalton Jones because he can't go anywhere. Phoebus, 4-4 is a blank. We go to Jim Lonborg. 6-5. He's going to single past the pitcher. How about that? Jim Lonborg, an RBI single. An unearned run comes into play. George Scott going from first to third needs a 4. He's a 3, but with 2 outs it becomes a 4. So he goes to third. Runners at the corners, RBI single from Jim Lonborg. Look at it again. 6-5 is at S1. So he did it. 2-0 Red Sox. And here's Jose Tartable. Hello, Doug. How you doing? Phoebus, 4-5. Strikeout chance, 11. Too high. We go to Tartable. 1-5. Star 4's ground ball to first, and Powell just taking the bag himself. But another run is scored for Boston. They lead it 2-0. It was unearned because of the error on Davy Johnson. A run, a hit, a big error, and 1 left. Actually, 2 left. So we go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Red Sox. And they're giving Lonborg some room to work. Some runs to work with. Big Boo Powell will lead things off. 6-3 is a strikeout chance, but 17 is too high. 2-1, fly to left field. Yaz puts it away. 1 down for Davy Johnson, who's trying to make up for the error he made in the top half of the inning. 5-4. Ballpark car going to Memorial Stadium for the first time. Davy Johnson's at bat. 3-4, and that's a ground ball to short. Petrocelli all over it. 2 down. And Larry Haney, the batter. Lonborg, 4-4, is a straight-up home run chance. Haney's only a 4, though, so can't get it. Against lefties, that would have been a home run, but not against righties. 5-3 is a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down. And the Red Sox are looking more like the Red Sox in this game than what they've looked like in this replay up to this point. So it's 2-0 as we go to the third. And Jerry Adair will lead things off. Phoebus, 4-4 is a blank. We go to Adair. 6-2, ground ball to short. Aparicio takes care of it, 1 away. It's going to bring up Yastrzemski, homered his first time up. 4-1's a strikeout chance, and he got him. 2 down. for Reggie Smith. 4-4 again is a blank. Rolled that quite a bit on Phoebus. 3-1's a single to left field. So Reggie Smith, a 2-out single. And his attempt is a 4. Nope, can't get the jump. He will hold fast. And Dalton Jones, your batter. 1-2, range play. 2 outs to the infield is back. 1-2 again, fly to center. So we're checking the range of Paul Blair. He's a 5. So anything other than a 6, and he will make the catch. That's a 3. He makes the catch. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the third, still 2-0 Sox. And Phoebus, the pitcher, will lead off. He was a 145 hitter. He did have 1 home run in 76 at bats, so not an automatic out. 5-3 is a strikeout plus, though. That will make him an automatic out. 1 away. So top of the order for Aparicio. 3-6, possible error on a ground ball. Aparicio, 6-4, star 4, and that's a ground ball to first. That's a 9. George Scott is a 9. It will be a boot. So George Scott boots it, E3. Now each team has an error. And Aparicio's attempt is a 4. Cannot get the jump. It'll bring up Bleffery. Lonborg, 1-6 is a blank. We go to Bleffery. 5-4, single pass second base. Aparicio runs it a 4, and to get to third base, all you need is a 3, so he's going to make it to third easily. Runners at the corners. Tying runs are on base with 1 out. Bleffery's attempt is a 1. Can't get anywhere. And we're not going to do any kind of hit and runs or anything like that. We're just going to let Paul Blair swing away. Infield looking for the double play. They're playing back. Lonborg, 5-5, looking for a strikeout. 9, won't get it. 6 plus 2 is the 8, so he missed it by just a hair. And Blair will swing it. 1-1, fly to left, could be a sacrifice fly. He is a 2 for his sacrifice fly rating. Nope, that's not going to work. So Aparicio runs at a 4. Yastrzemski is a -1. Needs a 1 to 3 in order to get this sacrifice fly to be successful. And it's not. So it was not deep enough by Paul Blair. Yastrzemski's arm prevented that. And now with 2 outs, it's up to Frank Robinson. So a missed opportunity there by the O's. Could have had a sacrifice fly and didn't do it. Lonborg, 4-3 is a wild pitch. Maybe a run comes in on a wild pitch. That's a 17, though, so it's no wild pitch. It's blocked by Elston Howard. So ball 1. 3-2 is a strikeout chance, but 16 is way too high. Go to Frank Robinson. 1-5, ground ball to third. That's going to end the inning. Petrocelli just throw it to first and be done with it. So the Orioles miss a golden opportunity. No runs, a hit, 1 error, and 2 left. So at the end of 3, it is still 2-0 Red Sox. And a game the Red Sox have to keep the season going. And if they win, then next game will be in Yankee Stadium. Tigers and Yankees on September 25th. The Red Sox are off on September 25th. Here's Phoebus. So knowing they have an off day, I mean, their whole bullpen, I mean, everybody's available pretty much. No sense resting anybody. 2-6, strikeout, 17, too much. Go to Scott. 4-2, star 4, ground ball to Boot Powell. 1 away. And that'll bring up Petrocelli. Grounded to Brooks Robinson, his first time up. 2-2 is a blank. We go to Petrocelli. 5-2, and against the right-hander, it's a fly to center field. So out number 2 for Elston Howard in his Yankee garb. 6-3, possible error on a throw. 4-6, that is a ground ball to second. That's a 9. Davey Johnson, though, is only a 5, so he will not make an error on a throw this time. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Phoebus. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-0. Brian B., it actually is. It actually is. I won't leak it out, but it will. Floyd Rayford is in that season that I'm going to be doing in Stratomatic. But so yes, much to my chagrin, Floyd Rayford is in that replay. All right. Brooks Robinson, the batter. 2-6 is a range play. Brooksy 2-1 is a fly to center. We're checking the range of Reggie Smith, who's a 4. So 1-4, and Reggie hauls it in. And he does. So Reggie saves potential extra bases, 1 away. Red Sox look very determined to win this game. 6-2 is a strikeout chance on Boog Powell, and he will get him. 2 down for Davy Johnson. Lonborg, 4-6 is a walk chance, 19 too high. 6-4, and it's a power result to center, and it goes 1-12. That's a 3. It will be a single for Davy Johnson, a 2-out single. His attempt is a 1, but nothing happening. That'll bring up Larry Haney. Lonborg, 4-6, walk chance, 7. We'll walk him. He's a 5, +2. So you get the walk. Now an interesting decision. It's awful early to pinch hit. Although they do have a lot of good bullpen arms out there. So depends on what the manager wants to do. They want to get aggressive, or what do they want to do here? The best pinch hitter they have left-handed is Russ Snyder. He's only 236. So there's not a whole lot on the bench, to be quite frank with you. He's the best they have, Russ Snyder, 236. And I don't know if you want to pinch hit for Phoebus this early. Boy, it's a tough call. Their bullpen's well rested because they haven't had to use too many guys in the bullpen. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to pull Tom Phoebus. Hello, Craig. How you doing? So they're going to pull Tom Phoebus, and they're going to use Russ Snyder off the bench. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So Phoebus's day is done. And we'll check and see who coming up in the bullpen. For the Red Sox, they're going to have Lonborg, Tartable, and Adair. So let's see who they might want to go with in the bullpen. That can give them some length. Looks like Stu Miller is going to be coming in for the Orioles. He was 3-10 with a 2.55 ERA and 8 saves, so he's warming up in the pen. Is Stu Miller. Closed the book on Phoebus. He went 4 innings, and he gave up 3 hits. One, of course, was the home run. He gave up 2 runs, but only 1 was earned. And obviously, if it wasn't his time to bat, he'd still be in the game. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Can't win it, but definitely is on the hook for the loss for sure. So Russ Snyder will pinch hit. Lonborg, nothing happening. So Russ Snyder in a big spot. Whoop, let's bring him up here. Russ Snyder in a big spot with 2 on and 2 outs. Lonborg, 5-1. Strikeout chance, 14 is too high. So if we had Phoebus in there, he would have struck out. Snyder gets the swing, though. 2-1, he's still going to make an out to third. So it doesn't matter anyway. But they had to take the chance. No runs a hit, no errors, and 2 left. At the end of 4, it's still 2-0 favor of the Red Sox. And now the Orioles will be sending in Stu Miller. And he can face 8 batters before he is fatigued. So Stu Miller will be coming on to face Lonborg, the leadoff man. And he's had an RBI single his first time up. Go figure. So Miller to Lonborg, 2-1 range play. Lonborg might reach on a failed range play. 4-4. It's ground ball to second. The range of Davy Johnson is a 3. So 1-3, he will make this play. He does not. It's going to get through for a base hit. So Johnson's had a rough time on the field, making an error and now a failed range play. And Lonborg is 2 for 2. Go figure. 2 for 2. That brings up Tartable. Lonborg not going anywhere, but checking for balks or pickoffs. And there is none. Miller to Tartable. 2-6, strikeout chance. 3 got him. 1 away for Jerry Adair. Nothing happening there. Miller to Adair. 2-1. Range play again. Infield is halfway. Adair 1-6 is a fly to right this time. Frank Robinson, though, is only a 2. So he's got to have a 1-2 to catch this. And he does not. Is it a single or a double? It's a double to right field for Jerry Adair as the Oriole defense is letting him down. Double to right, you lose 1. Frank Robinson's arm is a 0. So looking at the pitcher Lonborg, he runs at a 3. You lose 1, makes him a 2. So 1-2, and he's going to score all the way from first base. He does not. He's got to hold. So Lonborg holds at third. Second and third, 1 out. Infield in. Actually, they're not even going to mess around with Yastrzemski. He's getting a free pass. And now they're going to look to Reggie Smith. But do you trust the double play is the question. They're going to lay back for the double play. Oh, he did send the pitcher, Ben. He just didn't make it. He didn't have a chance because of that 5 on the D6. That surpassed his number 4 chance to make it. All right, so Stu Miller with the bases loaded facing Reggie Smith. Infield at double play depth. 3-5 is a blank. We go to Reggie Smith. 4-4, that is a fly to center field, possible sacrifice fly. His sacrifice fly rating is a 1. Nope, that's not going to work. Lonborg runs at a 3. Blair's a -1, so he needs a 2 or less. And he gets in there. How about that? Lonborg with that jacket on. Hustles all the way, gets his jacket dirty. Sacrifice fly for Reggie Smith is 3-0 Red Sox. Lonborg doing it with the pitching arm and the bat. Got a 2 for 2, an RBI, and a run scored. Unbelievable. And without his hit, of course, that'd be 3 outs right now. So he's done all you can ask for from a pitcher. All right, Miller. We're facing Dalton Jones. 3-5 is a blank. We go to Dalton Jones. 2-4. That's a double to left field for Dalton Jones. And that's 2 more runs for the Red Sox. Well, actually, Yastrzemski's at first, so we don't know if he's going to score or not. Let's see. Double goes to center. No, I'm sorry, it goes to left field. Left fielder armed. Left free is a -1. There are 2 outs, though, so that cancels that out. Yastrzemski's a 3, and a double to left. You lose 1, makes him a 2. So 1-2, he scores. Now he's got to hold up at third, actually, so a little bit premature on that run. But they do get that third run, or second run into the inning. It's now 4-0 on the double by Dalton Jones. And here comes the boomer, George Scott. Miller to Scott. 1-5 is a range play. 4-2, and that's a star 4. Ground ball to third. Couldn't hit anybody better. Brooks Robinson is a 5. And he makes the play. But 2 runs come in. They do it on 3 hits. No errors, and they left 2 on. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 4-0 Red Sox. That's going to be it for Stu Miller. He didn't have a very good relief outing at all. And they will come up with a new pitcher for the top of the 6th. And that new pitcher is going to be Eddie Fisher. So Eddie Fisher, 4-3 with a 3.61 ERA and a save. He will be the new pitcher for the Orioles. Miller goes 1 inning, gives up 2 runs. They were both earned. 3 hits. 1 walk was what's intentional, and 1 strikeout. And Eddie Fisher will be in to face Rico in the top of the 6th. Right now, bottom of the fifth, Lonborg in control, facing the top of the order, Aparicio. Lonborg, 4-3, wild pitch, so ball one. 4-1, he's not tired, so we go to Aparicio. 4-3, and that's a star 6, fly to center, Reggie Smith. Right there. And unlike the games that they had earlier against the Orioles, the Red Sox are actually playing like champions in this one. 2-5 is a walk chance, and as soon as I say that, he walks the batter. So Blefry's reached base all 3 times, 2 walks and a single. Strategy rolls are still invoked. Score's not that bad yet. So here comes Paul Blair. Lonborg, 3-1, strikeout 10, too high. We go to Blair. 6-3, and that's a fly to center. A lot of outs registered by Reggie Smith. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4 putouts in center field as Reggie Smith. So 2 down for Frank Robinson. He's 1 for 2. 3-5, and that's a walk chance. 16. Will walk him. He's a 15 plus the 2. So a base on ball. Second walk of the inning issued by Lonborg, and here comes Brooks Robinson. He's 0 for 2. He's certainly due. Lonborg. 2-4. Possible error. This could keep the inning going. That's an 8, though. Probably won't be an error. 5-5 is the star 5. Ground ball to short. Shortstop is Petrocelli. He is an 8. Look at that. Right on the number. So it is going to be an E6 on Petrocelli. He's an 8, and that's an 8. E6 on Petrocelli to load the bases. Second error of the game for the Red Sox. Lonborg can't believe it. He thought he was out of the inning. And now here comes Boog Powell. One swing of the bat, and we would have a tie game. So Lonborg has to bear down and pick his teammate up. Lonborg, 4-2, strikeout 16, too high. Go to Powell. 3-4, and that's a star 1. Ground ball to second. Adair throws to first, and the inning's over. The Orioles going to leave them loaded. They have left a lot of guys on base. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 3 left. We've played 5. It's 4-0 Red Sox. The Orioles have now left on 9 runners in 5 innings. That has been their downfall. 9 left on base in 5 innings. So here comes Eddie Fisher. He will be the new pitcher for the Orioles. Going to face Petrocelli, Howard, and Lonborg in a 4-0 game. Fisher, 2-4, strikeout 12, too high. Go to Rico. 4-2, and that's a star 3. Ground ball to short. Aparicio makes the play. Rico's 0 for 3. Here's Elston Howard. 2-5, pitcher result. 1-5 is an out, but that's a 16. So Howard gets to swing. 5-5, and that's a split chance, and it's a ground ball to short. Aparicio will handle it again. 2 up, 2 down, but here comes Lonborg. He's 2 for 2. Fisher, 1-5, ball 1 on a wild pitch. 6-1, ball 2 on a wild pitch. 4-3, and that's a strikeout chance. 18 got him. So 1-2-3 inning for Eddie Fisher. And he did his job. 1 inning pitched. Didn't give up anything, got a strikeout. But he bats third this inning, so they will make a move to the bullpen, and a pinch hitter will be coming on. But leading things off will be Davey Johnson, followed by Haney and a pinch hitter. They've already used Snyder. See who else they have on the bench that's any good. Nobody, really. Next lefty they have is Dave May. So Dave May will be your pinch hitter, 235 hitter. He will pinch hit for the Orioles in the bottom of the 6th. That's after Johnson and Haney hit. So Davy Johnson will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. Lonborg, 4-4. That's a straight-up home run chance. He's a 6, but that's a 15. So things are going right for the Red Sox in this one. 5-4 is a ground ball to third. Handled by Dalton Jones for out number 1. Here's Larry Haney. So these D20 chances are going the Red Sox's way, unlike they had been previous games of the series. 6-2, strikeout, 19 too much. We go to Haney. 4-4 for Haney. He's going to single to right field. So Haney with a single. Haney with the single has an attempt of 1. Strategy rolls are still invoked for one more inning. Nothing happening. Here's the pinch hitter, Dave May, infield halfway. 2-2, home run question mark to a lefty. It's 1-18. That passes. Dave May, though, is a 5. So he has to roll a 5 to get the home run, 5 or less. And he does not. So again, D20 rolls going the Red Sox way. May, 2-1. He's going to single pass first, though. Now let's see if Haney only runs at a 2. But that's all you need to get to third base. So runners are at the corners. Once again, more runners on base for the Orioles. The question is, can they score them? That's going to be Aparicio. Aparicio, the batter, runners at the corners. The infield is looking for the double play. 1, nothing's happening. I don't think May can go anywhere. No, he has no attempt. So Lonborg, 3-3, range play at the park, going back to Memorial Stadium for a range play. 3-3 again, single plus to left field, but Yaz has something to say about it. He's a 5. He could take that hit away very easily. He does not. It's a 6. That's the first time it's went against him. Base hit Aparicio. Haney scores. May goes to third automatically. And now can Aparicio move up? He's a 4. -1's a 3. 1-3, he gets a double. He does not. He's got a hole with a single, but it is an RBI single for Aparicio. Orioles are on the board. It is 4-1 with runners at the corners and only 1 out. Aparicio, attempt of 4. Can't go anywhere. So here comes Blefrey. He's reached base all 3 times. Infield back for the double play. 4-4. That's a blank to a lefty. Blefrey, 5-3. He's going to fly to left, possible sacrifice fly. May on third base runs at a 4. So if the sacrifice fly fails, still has a chance to come in otherwise. So that failed, but Yastrzemski's a -1. He's a 4. So 1-3. 1-3, he will score. He does. So the sacrifice fly is good, despite the throw by Yaz. Cuts the lead to 4-2. Orioles right back in this game at 4-2. 2 outs now for Paul Blair. Aparicio at first. Let's check his jump as a 4. So let's see if he can get a jump. He cannot. Here's pitch to Blair. He's 0 for 3. 3 flyouts. 2-5 is a walk. That's too high. We go to Blair. 5-6 is a ground ball to first, and the Boomer makes the play himself to end the inning. But the Orioles pick up 2. They do it on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 6, it is Boston 4 and Baltimore 2. All right. Top of the 7th, Orioles need a new pitcher. And they will turn to Eddie Watt. He can face 8 batters, so he can give him some length, perhaps. So Eddie Watt will be on to face the top of the order. Todderbull, Adair, and Yastrzemski. You think they want to go to a lefty here, but I don't think they have a lefty that's any good that I can see in the bullpen. They may not have a left-handed period. I don't think they have a left-handed period. Rickard is a starter, so Started recently, so he's not available. So yeah, they're gonna have to go with all righties. They have no choice. So Jose Tartable will be facing Eddie Watt. Watt was 3-5, 8 saves, and 2.26 ERA. And he will be facing the top of the order and Tartable. 5-5, and that's a walk plus to a lefty. So he will issue the free pass. Not a good way to start. Tartable is a 3. Strategy rolls are definitely on now since it's just a 2-run game. Nope, nothing going on there. Here's Jerry Adair. Adair is your batter. Watt, 3-2. Strikeout chance, 18 too much. Go to Adair. 4-3, and that's a single pass or single to first base against a righty. That's going to put 2 on with nobody out for Yastrzemski. And the Red Sox are saying just because you got 2 runs on us doesn't mean you have a chance. We're going to try to put this away right here and right now. And Yaz is the man to do it. Not going to walk him now. There's no place to put him. Watt, 5-5. Well, it's a walk plus. He's going to walk him anyway. So Watt having his issues. 2 walks and a single have loaded the bases with nobody out for Reggie Smith. And the infield is going to have to come in. They don't have any choice. They're down by 2. They can't give up any more runs. Watt needs some strikeouts, big time. Needs to strike out Reggie Smith right here, right now. 6-4 is a possible wild pitch. It's not possible anymore. That's a 4. That will bring home a run, and Watt just has lost control. He's got the Depends undergarment loss of control of the game. And that's going to put runners in second, third, bring a run in. It's 5-2. The double play is no longer in question. They have to play the infield in. And the Orioles might have to get the bullpen going because Watt just is having serious issues. Watt to Smith. 6-5, possible error on a ground ball. So when you start walking guys, your defense gets a little lackadaisical, so they might have an error. 5-1, ground ball to second, but that's a 12. So they were able to make the play because Johnson's only a 5. So with the infield in, Jerry Adair becomes a 1. He's going to have to hold. And there's 1 away for Dalton Jones. Infield still in. Watt, 1-6, blank to a lefty. 4-4, liner to short. Could be a double play. A line drive to short. And with the chart, line drive to short. Runner on second and third. There's nothing for a run on third, but run on second, a 2 or a 3 is a double play. And they turn it. A double play. Gets him out of the inning. So they step on the bag to double up Yastrzemski. It's going to go 6-6 unassisted as Aparicio made a nice running catch and doubled off Yastrzemski from the bag to keep the Orioles in this game. 1 run for the Red Sox. They do it on just 1 hit. No errors and only 1 left thanks to the double play. So we go to the 7th inning stretch. It is Boston 5 and Baltimore 2. And I'm going to take a little quick stretch myself. Lonborg has faced... Well, Lonborg is actually... He's actually tired. I just noticed that. He can face 29 batters. He has faced 30. So the question is, do you want to keep him going? I think they're going to start him out, but the bullpen is active. They don't want this one getting away from him. But he is their ace, so he's earned some kind of, some sort of leeway. But he is tired. If he hits a parentheses roll, he's got to come out. Tabby is in a better mood. She's just downstairs. She's not interested in what's going on up here right at the moment. So Sparky Lyle is loosening in the bullpen for the Red Sox, just in case Lonborg should falter. So he will be over here in the bullpen. Now for Watt, he faced 5 batters. I think they're going to cap Watt at 1 inning because he just had a rough inning. He's going to go 1 inning. He's going to give up a hit, a run, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. So his day is done. He pitched 1 inning, he's done. They'll go to the bullpen again. Will the Orioles. And they'll go to... Where do they want to go to now? They'll go to Wally Bunker. He will be the new pitcher. He'll be the 5th pitcher for the Orioles in the 8th inning. But right now it's a 7th inning stretch. I'm going to take a quick stretch break just to stretch myself and check on focus. And well, the focus looks all right, I guess. But just mainly just to stretch myself after sitting for so long. And I'm going to leave Tabby downstairs. If that's where she wants to be, then that's where she gets to be. So, all right, that's enough stretching. I think I'm okay with the stretching now. All right, so Lonborg, again, if he hits a parentheses roll, he has to come out because he's tired. Because I do use the exhaustion rule. So he's going to have to come out. No ifs, ands, buts about it. He's going to have to come out. No doubt about it. So Frank Robinson leads it off. He is 1 for 2, single and a walk. Lonborg, 4-6 is a walk chance. 15 will walk him. So leadoff walk, and here comes Brooks Robinson. If he gets to Boog Powell, I think Sparky Lyle's coming in to face Boog Powell. So this is the last batter for Lonborg, one way or the other. Strategy rolls are still intact. No, they're not. I think yes, they are. Just a 3-run game. There's 3 innings to go. So Robinson's attempt is a 1, but I doubt he goes anywhere. He is not. So Lonborg to Brooks Robinson. 1-2, strikeout 15, too high. We go to Brooks. 6-3, it's a ground ball to short, possible double play. He's a 3. Halfway is a 4. The pivot at second is a dare. He's a 0. 1-4, it's a double play. And they turn it. 6-4-3 rather. 6-4-3 double play. And now with 2 outs, they might go ahead and just let Lonborg pitch to Powell. Might as well. 6-6 blank to a lefty. Boog Powell, 6-5. That's against a right-hander. It's a double to center field. So he doubles to center. And that's going to bring up Davey Johnson. Lonborg still in there. Trying to get this final out. Whoops, Suadice. Let's re-roll that. Lonborg, 2-4, possible error. Johnson, 4-2. That's a power result to right field. And that's a 7, so that's a double to right field, but we're checking for an error also on Tartable, who's a 0. He cannot make an error. It's just straight out double to right. That's going to score the run. And now I think they're going to have to get Lonborg out of there. I thought he could get him through the inning, but now it's 5-3. The tying run is at the plate, and Haney. However, Haney really crushes lefties. So, boy, although first base is open, they're going to make an unconventional move with Dick Williams. They're going to intentionally walk Larry Haney because everybody on the Baltimore bench sucks, and they don't want to have a good hitter like Haney to beat them. So they're going to force the Orioles to go to a pinch hitter, and their bench is just awful. I mean, the best they have on the bench is Andy Etchebarren at 215. So they didn't want Haney, the 268 hitter, to beat them. They're out of lefties, I think, except for Vic Rosnowski. They're one of their backup catchers. In fact, he is the backup catcher. So I think they're just going to have to go to a right-hander and be done with it. Well, he's one of the backup catchers. Etchebarren's the other backup catcher. Boy. They're going to use Ross. I mean, it's 206, but that's all they got. I mean, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. So Rosnowski. And I realize it's controversial to put the tying run on base like that, but given who they had on the bench, I just felt like that was the best move to make. You don't see unconventional moves like that on that other channel. It's pretty cookie cutter over there. Hello, Dwayne. How you doing? So Lonborg now. Now, if they bring in Lyle to pitch to Rosnowski, they're just going to pinch it for Rosnowski. So, boy, what do you do here? Lonborg's got a rubber arm, but they're going to try to get him through the inning, I think. Nope, you know what? They're gonna make the move. They're gonna bring in Sparky Lyle. So Sparky Lyle will be coming on, which means the Orioles will make a move for Rosnovsky. He will be called back, and Kurt Moten will do the pinch hitting. He's only a 200 hitter, but he's right-handed. So Rosnovsky was announced, but he is called back, and Kurt Moten is your batter. And Sparky Lyle is the pitcher. Lonborg is going to go 6 2/3. And he's going to give up 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 hits. So far, 3 runs, but the 2 on base are his responsibility. He's walked 3, 4. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's walked 6. 5 walks, 1 was intentional for a total of 6. And strikeouts, 1, 2, 3. Just 3. So he had some control issues for sure. So the wheels are turning in both dugouts. And Kurt Moten, your pinch hitter. Sparky Lyle coming on. Now the question is, do they do a double switch? And I think they will do a double switch actually with Sparky Lyle. This calls for a double switch with a new third baseman, although Joe Foy is horrible. They might just have to stick with Dalton Jones, even though it's a 219, because Joe Foy is a 118. So I think that will not be a double switch after all. They're going to stick with Dalton Jones. They don't want to take him out because they don't want to lose. They don't want to bring in a bad third baseman. So yes, Brian, if you're I'm talking about the host of that channel, not guest managers. I'm talking about strictly the host. All right, so Moten is your pinch hitter for Sparky to face Sparky Lyle. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. 1 run is already in. It's 5-3. The tying runs are on base. Sparky Lyle, and he does have that special K. Don't forget. Nothing on the Havoc. Lyle. 4-3 is a range play at the park for Kurt Moten. 3-5. That's a single to right field. Tartable is only a 2. But he makes the play and saves his bacon. That saved at least 1 run, maybe 2. If that turns to a double, then you got second and third going on. That may have saved the game right there for the Red Sox, getting that 2. So for the Orioles, a run, they do it on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. At the end of 7, it is 5-3 favor of the Red Sox. And Wally Bunker be coming in to pitch. So the move paid off to walk Haney and face Moten. Ends up working out because of the nice play by Tartable. So now we go to the top of the 8th. It is 5-3. And Wally Bunker, the batter, or the pitcher, facing Scott, Petrocelli, and Howard. 6-2, range play at the park. 6-1, ground ball to second. Davy Johnson's range is a 3. He's had trouble in the field in this game. And he continues to have trouble in the field. Has 2 failed range plays as well as an error on Davy Johnson. And George Scott reaches. Strategy rolls are still on. We got 2 innings to go with a 2-run lead, so the strategies are still on. 2 to get the lead. Can't do it. Here's Rico. 4-1 strikeout, 18 too much. We go to Rico. 6-1 is a single to left field rather. Single to left. Scott is a 3. To get from first 30, lose 2 makes him a 1. And the left fielder Bleffery's a -1 is a 0, so he has to stop at second base. So runners at first and second, nobody out. And they may pinch hit for Elston Howard. Red Sox might bring in a lefty to face Bunker, or they might just bring in a better hitter to face Bunker. lefty or righty withstanding, but bringing a better catcher, perhaps. Russ Gibson is your better catcher. He's going to be the new catcher in place of Elston Howard. But Hawk Harrelson will get the pinch hitting call. He will hit for Elston Howard. Hawk Harrelson. But the new catcher is going to be Russ Gibson. And he is a 2-5. Oops, 2-5. No error and a -2 arm. And he runs at a 1. All right, so Hawk Harrelson, chance to do some damage here. Sparky Lyle is on deck. Don't know if they'll would want to pinch hit for him or keep him going out there or not. We'll see. They may just go ahead and let him hit. Depends on what happens here. First and second, nobody out. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Infield looking for the double play. Bunker 1-3 is a range play. The infield is halfway. Harrelson 4-6, ground ball to short. Aparicio's range is a 2, but it drops to a 1 with the infield halfway. So this has to be a 1 to get it. It is not. It's going to get through for a base hit. S6. Score from second on an S6. You need a 3 or higher. Scott is a 3. He will score. Rico from first to third needs a 5. He's just not going to get that, so he will hold. But an RBI single from Hawk Harrelson makes it now a 6-3 ball game. And now strategy rolls are off. And Sparky Lyle, I believe they're going to let him bat. But they're going to need that generic pitcher card because Sparky Lyle does not have one, obviously, as a relief pitcher. Didn't have very many at-bats. So he's going to come on to pinch hit. First and second, nobody out, and he's going to come on to bunt. He's going to be there to bunt, little Sparky Lyle. And the pitcher generic card gives him a 4. So the corners are in, makes him a 3. So 1-3 for a bunt successfully. Nothing on the havoc roll. So now the pitch from Bunker to Lyle. 4-5. And that is a strikeout chance, but he's a lefty. So there is not going to be a strikeout chance. So we go to the bunt. And as a 2 bunter, he needs a 1-10 to be successful. The bunt is going to go to the pitcher, Bunker. He's a 1-10 for a successful sacrifice. It's an 11, so it's a foul ball. So 2-strike count. If he fouls it off again, then it will be a strikeout. So they're going to try it again. And this one, I'm not sure if you're supposed to re-roll to see who fields it. I'm thinking I'm going to keep it with Bunker. I don't see any reason to re-roll that. But we're going to see if he gets the bunt down or not. He does. Good sacrifice for Lyle. He makes a good sacrifice. 1-4. And both runners move up to second and third. So Sparky Lyle getting it done with the bat. And now the infield has to come in. Infield is in now with the score. 6-3 and runners at second and third with only 1 out. Bunker in a world of hurt. Infield is in to Tartable. And Tartable 0-for-3 with a walk. Bunker 2-5 is another chance for a walk. That's a 9. He will walk. And that will load the bases for Jerry Adair. Bases are loaded for Jerry Adair. They're going to play for the double play because he's got a good double play rating. So the infield is halfway for the double play. Didn't need a strategy roll. Forgot they were off. Bunker 4-5. Strikeout chance 10. Too high. We go to Adair. 3-6. It's a single pass second base. And the Red Sox are blowing this thing open. Scoring is Petrocelli. Harrelson, the runner, is a 4. Because he pinch hit, so he was at first base. He is a run rating of 4. And the single went to or a single went past second base, I should say. So I believe he can score on that easily, and he can. Just needs a 2. So he scores. 3 runs are in. It is now 8-3 Orioles. Tartable. Let's see here. S4. Give him first to third. He only needs a 3. He is a 4, so he will make third base as well. So Bunker not getting it done. He's going to be removed from the ball game as the Orioles are going through the whole bullpen, I think. And Yastrzemski is your batter. So the Orioles now will turn to Mo Drabowski, who's like their closer, just to try to get out of this mess. That's their goal now, Drabowski. And Drabowski will be the 6th pitcher for the Orioles. Bunker is going to go a third of an inning. Give up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So far, 3 runs. A walk and no strikeouts. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. So runners at the corners with 1 out. Infield is in because they don't trust the double play. Drabowski to Yastrzemski. If it's not already out of proportion, Yastrzemski's trying to make it that way. 1-5 is a range play with the infield in. The range play. 1-3 is a fly to center, though. It's not an infield play. It's Paul Blair who's a 5. 1-5, he makes the catch. And he does not. That's the kind of game it's been for the Orioles. Single or a double. It's a double to center field over Blair's head. That will score Tartable. Adair runs at a 3. Blair is a -1, makes it a 2. And a double to center. It's a +1 back to a 3. So 1-3 he scores. Whoops. He does not. He's got to hold at third. So Yastrzemski with the RBI double. He's done it all. He's homered, walked twice and doubled, rather. So another run is in. It's 4 runs in. It is now 9-3. And Reggie Smith is the batter. Infield is in. 4-4 ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium. 1-3 ground ball to third with the infield in. Runners will hold. And there's 2 away. 9th man to bat in the inning, Dalton Jones. 5-2. That's a home run question mark. A lefty, 1-16. It passes. Dalton Jones with a 1-7 hits a 3-run homer. Nope, can't get it done. Fortunately for the Orioles. Jones will swing, though. 2-1. He grounds it back to the pitcher to end the inning. But 4 runs come in the 8th inning. I was thinking this is the 9th inning. They got another inning to go. Orioles are in trouble. And let's see how many hits there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So all 4 runs are charged to Bunker. 5 hits. Let's see. No errors and 2 left. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Sparky Lyle. Still in there. Remember, they have an off day tomorrow as they sit and watch the Tigers and Yankees play tomorrow. And coming up for the Orioles, top of the order, Aparicio. 2-4, walk plus, so a leadoff walk to Aparicio. And that'll bring up Blefary. And there's no way left on the bench for the Orioles to use. They're going to have to go with what they have. Lyle, 2-6, wild pitch. 18's a possible pass ball. The new catcher, Russ Gibson, though, was a 5. And he does not make the pass ball. I believe a 3. Yep, Elston Howard would have had a pass ball if he was in there. So Lyle will pitch it 3-4, and against Blefary, it's blank. So we go to Blefary. Blefary, a 3-3 is a pop to short, but that's a 2, and he's a special K, so it will not be a pop to short. It will actually be a strikeout. So Blefary gets the strikeout from Lyle on the special K. Lyle to Blair, 6-2, strikeout plus, got him. Sparky Lyle looking to get through this in style. Here is Frank Robinson. 4-5, and that is a home run question mark. 1-17, it passes, and that's gone. Frank Robinson's 20. It's automatic. 2-run home run for Frank Robinson. Too little, too late, though, I think. Off of Sparky Lyle. Makes it a Dolly Parton 9-5 game. And here's Brooks Robinson. And now John Wyatt, their closer, is loosening the pen. They don't want this thing getting away from them. 3-5 as a blank. We go to Brooks. 4-6, a fly to right to end the inning. So 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. So we go to the 9th. It is a 9-5 Red Sox lead. That is all for Sparky Lyle. His day is done. He goes an inning and a third. He's going to give up 2 runs, 1 hit, no walks, 1 walk rather, and 2 strikeouts. And Drabowski will be back out to pitch. He faced 9 batters. Let's see, he faced 1. He's only faced 3, so he's good to go. And George Scott is your leadoff man. 9-5 Dolly Parton game. And John Wyatt will be the new pitcher for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 9th. Not a safe situation, but they don't care. They just don't want it to get away from them. So we're going to have Scott, Petrocelli, Gibson, and a pinch hitter for Lyle if it gets to that. So here we go, 9-5 Dolly Parton style. 3-1 range play. Range plays have not been kind to the Orioles in this game. 5-4 is a star 3, which is a ground ball to second. That's Davey Johnson. Davey Johnson, a range play. He's failed on 2 of them. He's a 3. And he fails again. Boy, Davey Johnson just has not. He's been flat-footed the whole game. That's his 3rd failed range play of the game for Davey Johnson. Plus, he's committed an error. So the Orioles just have not been mentally into this game, apparently. Here's Petrocelli. 4-4 ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium. 6-4, that's a single plus to center field. So we know Scott's going to take 3rd. Can Petrocelli turn it into a double? He's a 3, -1 is a 2. 1-2, he turns this into a double. And it's a 6, so he might be out. So let's check the chart. Now, again, I'm still using version 3 on these. So bear with me on the single plus. It's been a while since I've seen that. Single plus, here we go. Let's see. Use 1d6 to check outfield arm rating using the OTC chart 2.6. Okay. So the Paul Blair's arm is a -1. It means 1-4 we go to the 3rd chart roll. 5-6 he holds. He holds, so he holds at first base. So Petrocelli will hold. Runners at the corners for Russ Gibson. Infield is in. Even though it's a 4 double, even though the double play is almost automatic, they got to get out. They can't afford to give up any more runs. So infield is in. 6-2 strikeout. Might get a break there, and he did. Struck him out for out number 1. Now we get a pinch hitter for the Red Sox for Sparky Lyle. And they don't have any lefties left on the bench to go to. But their best one of their best pinch hitters is probably Joe Foy. So they're going with Joe Foy. He will pinch hit here in the top of the 9th with 1 out and runners at the corners. Infield still in. Well, the double play, though, I think they're going to turn the double play now because he's a 3 plus the 1 and halfway makes him a 5. So they're going to play for the double play. Drabowski, 4-4, but it's ballpark card. Might not get a ground ball. Go to Memorial Stadium. 1-5. It's a fly to left. So possible sacrifice fly. Well, he's a 0. So let's see if the runner can score. Scott's a 3. Bleffery's a -1. Needs a 1-2 to score. Otherwise, he's got to hold. He has to hold. It was not deep enough to score him. So that's 2 down. And here's Tartable. So Drabowski might be able to get out of this. That's the 7th batter faced. He can face 9, so he's still good for 2 more batters. Drabowski, 4-3 is a strikeout chance. 10, too high. Tartable. 2-3. Ground ball to third. Brooks Robinson throws to first, and somehow Houdini Drabowski gets out of it without any runs scored. So it stays 9-5 as we go to the bottom of the ninth for the Red Sox. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So coming on as their closer, John Wyatt. It's not a safe situation, but they don't care. They need to do what they need to do. So for the Orioles, it's going to be Powell, Johnson, and Haney, and then a pinch hitter should somebody reach. But right now it is Boog Powell. Bottom of the ninth, 9-5. Red Sox trying to stave off elimination. 1-3 is a home run question mark. 1-11, it passes. Boog Powell on an 11 will greet Wyatt with a home run. And he does with an 11 around the number. So Boog Powell cracks a home run to cut the lead to 9-6. And now Red Sox faithful getting a little antsy. It's 9-6. Here's Haney. 4-3, strikeout, 8. Got him. 1 away. I'm sorry, here's Johnson. Haney's coming up now. So here is Haney. 2-5 is a potential walk, and that's a 1. It will be a walk. And now the Orioles will have to go to the bench for a pinch hitter, and boy, their bench is just gosh awful. I don't even know they have left. They got Sam Bowens and Mark Belanger. That's how bad. And Andy Etchebarren. I guess they're going to have to use Etchebarren. He's the only guy hitting over 200. So Etchebarren will be the pinch hitter. That's all they got left, really. So Andy Etchebarren, your pinch hitter, against John Wyatt. 4-6 ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for Andy Etchebarren. He does have home run power of 13, if he can find that. That's a 5-5. He did not find it. He found a star 2, which is a fly to right. And that's out number 2. So 1 out away from the Red Sox continuing their season and not being eliminated. They got to get Louis Aparicio. 4-6 ballpark card again going right back to Memorial Stadium. 3-4, it's a ground ball to short, and that's going to do it. The Red Sox stave off elimination by defeating the Orioles by the score of 9-6. They won the game 11-7 in real world. 9-6 your final. In the ninth for the Orioles, a run on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. So let's total up the hits for both teams. For the Red Sox, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 12, 14 hits for the Red Sox. They did commit 2 errors. There was an error on George Scott, and there was also an error on Petrocelli. So they committed 2 errors. The Orioles committed just the one, Davy Johnson's error. The only error I see there. For the Orioles, 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10 hits for the Orioles. So final line score for the Red Sox, 9 runs, 14 hits, and 2 errors. For the Orioles, 6 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Jim Lonborg, the winner. Phoebus, the loser. There was no save because there was no safe situation to go into. Wyatt gave up a hit and a run. Walked 1, struck out 1. Left on base, just out of curiosity, the Orioles left on 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 12, 13 left on for the Orioles. The Red Sox left on 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10. 10 left on and 13 left on. So with the victory, the Red Sox now, well, let's use this. This is more aesthetically pleasing. So the Red Sox now go to 88-80, and they are now 5 games back. And they go to 11-11 on the replay, whereas Detroit is 18-4. So we've completed this game. Next game, only game on the 25th, is Detroit at New York. And if Detroit wins, they will win the pennant. Or not the pennant, but the pennant, because there is no ALCS. So they will win the pennant. If New York beats Detroit, then we move to the 26th. Boston will be hosting Cleveland in the game after that. And if Boston wins that, we play another one in Detroit and New York. So that's the way it goes. If it goes way down to the end, we got Boston hosting Minnesota and California in Detroit if it gets that far, but it probably won't get that far, but we'll see. But that's where we stand right now. 5 games back with 5 to play. Pretty much sums it up. The worst Detroit can do is tie for the and have a playoff game, but magic number of one one Detroit win or one Red Sox loss, and you can put it on the board, as Hawk Harrelson would say, you could put it on the board for Detroit to win the American League and face the Cardinals in the World Series. And I will be doing the World Series against the Cardinals. I'll use the Cardinals as played lineups, and Detroit I'll have to figure out and just do what I think will be the best lineup they would use against the particular pitcher involved. So, yep, Chuck, you have to wait one more game at least to see if the Tigers will clinch. I think the Tigers really want to clinch it on the field anyway. They'd rather clinch it at home, but they'll do it they'll party. I mean, what better place to party than New York, you know? So I think if they can defeat the Yankees, then they'll be very, very happy. In fact, if we look ahead, this is the score sheet from that game. It will be Earl Wilson against Al Downing in New York. And actually, the Yankees won the game real world 2-0. But the Tigers looking to end it right there. Mickey Mantle will be at first base for the Yankees in this game. So it should be interesting. Get to see the Mick one more time. So in theory, it's the next day, 24th to 25th, but in real world, it might be Saturday before I play it. I don't know. Saturday night maybe. I don't know. Because Saturday afternoon, of course, is the NBC game of the week. But if I get the itch, I might play it tomorrow night after RJL is done. I'll have to wait and see. Don't want to commit to anything right away. But to what the point that I believe was Brian B. was making earlier, talking about Floyd Rayford. Where is Brian B.? Is he up here about Floyd Rayford? Where was his comment about Floyd Rayford? It was Brian B. Yep, sure was. I'll go ahead and I was going to hold this off until later, but I think I can kind of give a, what do you call it? I don't know what to call it. A tease, that's it, yes. I was trying to think of the right word for it, but I'm not even sure how to present the tease either because I don't have everything that I wanted to have up here because I wasn't planning on doing that. So, do I want to tease it yet or not? I don't know. I might tease with what I have because I don't have everything up here, but I got enough, I think, to get me by. I think I do. I think we can pull it off. Possibly. And it's something that it may take me about 2 years to do. So I don't have any thoughts of rushing this or putting a time frame on it or whatever. But as some of you know, I did a co-op with Jeffrey Gudeman on his Stratomatic channel. And I will be also doing one I'm going to be playing Game 1 of the ALCS 1969 on his channel on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. But in his channel, he plays, of course, he's retired. He has more time than I do, obviously. But he plays every game for the entire league. And I think the last one took him several years to play. And, of course, with me working and doing these other projects like the NBC Game of the Week and this thing here, I haven't been able to be able to commit to something like that is a big endeavor. But what I plan to do is play every single game, but not for the whole thing, but just for the American League. I didn't want to do the American League because as a DH, but I don't really have any choice. The season that I picked to do is 1987 in Stratomatic. I'm going to be playing every game from 1987 American League Stratomatic. The reason I chose American League is because I did this already in the National League, played the Atlanta Braves all the way through in History Maker Baseball, so I really didn't want to play the National League in 87, but I really like 87. it was the first year that I really got back into baseball after the '86 World Series, so I remember this season vividly. So I've got things already set up. The first game is Cleveland at Toronto. That's the open. That was the very first game played in 1987. Was Cleveland at Toronto, and we also had Milwaukee playing Boston. That was a Bob Stanley start, and then we also had the Rangers playing Baltimore on opening day. I've got other ones too. Yankees and Detroit were playing, and so was Seattle and California. I just don't have their envelopes here in front of me because I didn't plan on announcing this. But I will be playing this in earnest once this inside pitch thing is done. That will give me, because the game of the week takes no time. It's only on Saturdays. So this will give me time to, if I concentrate on nothing but this. So after this World Series thing is over, an inside pitch, I will be putting the inside pitch away for quite a while. You won't see the inside pitch game on this channel for quite a while. It's going to be Strat and Strat alone. Not messing with any season ticket or payoff pitch or any of that crap. It's Strat only. I've got the Strat itch and I'm going to scratch it, but I want to play this out all the way through. No simming, cards and dice for every single game. I do have it on the computer, but I want to play cards and dice every game, scored on the computer. And yeah, sorry, I mean, it's no offense to the game. It's just Strat is I got my itch. So hopefully what I'll do is I'll come back and start playing inside pitch once the version 4 stuff is all settled and complete, and all the idiosyncrasies have been worked out or whatnot. Then I might delve into that. I really like version 3 though, so I'm kind of hesitant to change from that. Oh, it'll be super advanced. It won't be any basic or advanced. It's super advanced all the way. Whole thing super advanced. So I'll be doing that. I'll be scoring it on the score sheets and playing it with the computer in front of me the whole time. I will do every single opening day game on video. Cleveland, Toronto will be live. Some of these other ones will probably be recorded because that's the first game and I want to announce the project. So I feel that needs to be live to do that. The other games I'll probably play on video as recorded. So I'll play every game on opening day on video. Once opening day is done, then what I'll probably do is take one game a day, play that on video, but then play the other games offline. But when I get to the live game for that day, I'll recap what had happened that day, show the score sheets, show the standings, and all that stuff. But 87, I know all the players by heart. I mean, I know the World Series is kind of a bummer, but unless you're a Twins fan. But, because the Red Sox were down, the Angels were down, the Mets didn't win. So, a lot of the teams that people like didn't quite make it. The Yankees didn't quite make it. Toronto was very good, but Detroit beat them out in the last game of the season. So I really want to see how Stratomatic does. And I want to do this because I thought when I played the White Sox in Stratomatic and when I played the Braves in History Maker and did that replay, playing the same team over and over and over was getting to be monotonous to me. I like the variety of playing this, and unlike the I just couldn't do the modern season with the what do you call it, with the Demolition League. I love the Demolition League for 2015, but the modern season's killing me. I tried it and it just didn't stick with me. So instead of wasting my time on that, I'd rather do a season I really, really like. And instead of doing the Demolition League type thing, I'm going to do it as played all the way through. I've got the season on the computer, and I printed out the cards that I don't have a card for. I do have a card for them now because they've been printed out and in my little envelopes. So I'll be all ready to go. But this won't start until the inside pitch ends. And the inside pitch won't end until I play the World Series. And the World Series won't start until either Detroit wins the game or Boston loses the game. So that's kind of where that's going. Now on Saturday morning, of course, you got the NBC game of the week. St. Louis Cardinals and Cincinnati Reds, 1973. That'll be the game of the week. I believe it's Don Gullett against Rick Wise. So that won't change. Now what I will do in the game of the week, though, once football starts, I'm going to bump that up to probably 11 a.m. because I don't want to compete with college football. So normally I'm doing it at 1 o'clock Eastern, but once Labor Day gets here and we get to September, I'm going to push that back to 11 a.m. because I don't want to compete with college football. Don't want to do that. So, and for anybody that hasn't seen the 1987 set, Stratomatic did a very strange thing with the 87 set. I don't know if you can tell by this, but the font is quite different on that. They're quite different compared to regular Strat cards. And the basic side has this blue infield on the back. I guess it was a one-time experiment for 1987 that they did. So, kind of unusual there. So, again, I know it's American League and I don't like DHs and all that stuff, but I felt like 87 American League. If I was going to do 87, I had to do American League. There's lots of good stories on there. The Brewers started 13-0 to start the season in real world, and Paul Molitor had a 39-game hitting streak in 1987. Mark McGwire was Rookie of the Year with 49 home runs. So lots of good stuff there to do. And, yeah, but that won't start until the Inside Pitch World Series is over with. Then, I may put an Inside Pitch video on once in a while just to break the monotony up. But as far as trying to do any kind of a replay on Inside Pitch, I want to keep that off to the side and keep it more of as a one-off possibly. But because this is going to take all my time. That's going to take a lot of my time, believe me. Because I'm not simming anything. I'm going to play every game out. And I think if I totaled it up correctly, there's in 1987, I believe there's 12 teams, and you have 12 teams, so that's 6 times 162, I think it is. Or is it 14? Actually, it's 14 teams, I think. Yeah, it's 14 teams. You're correct. 14 teams times 6. Whatever 14 times 6 is, that's the amount of games there are to be played. So it's quite a bit. I don't even have my calculator up on the computer here to see what the total is on that, but got it somewhere now. Can't find it. I don't really use a calculator on the computer. I usually use it on my phone, but I'm using my phone to record, so I can't use it now. But whatever 14 times 6 is, that's the amount. Because, I'm sorry, 14 times 162 is what I meant to say. 14 times 162. No, it's actually 7 times 162. My bad. 7 times, because there's 14 teams that are going to play 7 games against each other every day. So 7 times 162 is, yeah, something like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. I thought playing 200 and something in the Demolition League was rough, but I'm not putting any time frame on it. I'm just going to enjoy myself. I'll try to pick the best game of the day to put on video. And the other ones I'll play offline. But opening day, I'm going to do everything on video on opening day. This one will be live. Cleveland, Toronto will be live because that was the very first game played in the American League time-wise. They started the very first game. And I believe Lloyd Mosby hit the first home run of the year. And then I think I did Baltimore, Texas after that, and then Milwaukee, Boston after that, and Yankees, Tigers. I think that's the order. The first 4 games chronologically, I think. I have to double-check it. I think those are the and I know the White Sox play Kansas City on opening day as well. So, yeah, it's an endeavor that I'm going to have to brace myself for. But over the winter time, when nothing else is going on, I don't have any projects going on or anything, this will be it. So, especially once the NBC game of the week gets done, then I'll really be going hog wild because I'll have all this time to do it. And I'm only going to be doing 1 video per day of season, so 6 games I'll play offline, 1 game I'll play on online. Probably won't do any double headers. I don't know. I might. If it's a good matchup, I might do it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, that's the plan. Plans can change, but that's the plan right now that I want to delve into because I want to really use these 1987 cards, and I really love the 1987 season. Like I said, it's the first season I got back into baseball after 86. I had been away from baseball for a while, but of course the playoffs of 86 got me back into it. So I followed the 87 season very, very closely. I think 87 might have been a season where they had and umpires might have been striking or something. I'm not sure. But, yeah, 37 years ago is quite a... Of course, by the time I finish this, it might be 2027. So then it could be 40. I could finish it on the 40-year anniversary. Like I said, I don't know how long it's going to take, and I'm not putting any time frame on it. I'm just going to play it. I'm going to keep all the score sheets in a big folder by day, not by team, but by day. I've got the baseball. I've got these kind of score sheets. These kind of score sheets are already printed out, front and back. So I'm going to have 7 pages per day. So it's going to be quite a bit. I'm going to need a couple notebooks to hold it. So I might do a notebook per every month or something like that. I don't know. Yep, no standing out. I mean, the Twins were actually better in '88 than they were in '87. Tigers and Blue Jays went down to the wire. I believe the Twins and the A's had a good run at it in the American League as well. National League, of course, was Cardinals and Giants that won their divisions, and I don't think there were a whole lot of. Maybe the Mets might have given the Cardinals a little bit of a run, but I don't think the Giants had too much trouble in the West either. But yeah, lots of interesting teams, interesting managers. Bobby Valentine with the Rangers, Cal Ripken Jr. with the Orioles, Tom Trebelhorn with the Brewers, John McNamara with the Red Sox. The Indians had 2 managers. They had Pat Corrales and Doc Edwards, and Jimmy Williams was managing the Blue Jays. And I think I do have one. Did I have one other team? I thought I had one other team up here. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I do. Take it back. I do have one more team. I do have the Yankees and the Tigers sitting here. Sparky Anderson and Lou Piniella. So that's 4 games that are being played on opening day. And the other one on opening day is Kansas City and Chicago from Royal Stadium. Those will be the 5 opening day games on April the 6th. On April the 7th, we have the Oakland A's at the Minnesota Twins, and we also have Seattle at California, and that will cover 1 game for each team. So, but for inside pitch fans, RJL is your inside pitch guy, and I'm sure he will be well into version 4 come his next season that he plays, whatever gets voted on. But I'm gonna, I'll finish out the 67 AL, and then of course play the World Series, see what happens. But then I'll go into this. So that's what I'm planning to do going forward. So strat all strat all the time, basically. So I just got the itch to want to do it. Like I said, especially when I really admire what Jeffrey Guterman did on his channel, playing all those games. I know he's retired, so he had time to do it, but still, to go through every single game. Now, he didn't keep very many stats, so didn't take as long. Now, I'm going to type all these in the computer as I'm playing it, so that's going to take a little bit of time, but at least I'll have stats for everything because the computer will tell me everything. So that's it from here. Red Sox survive, and they will wait and see what happens in the next game when Detroit plays the Yankees. Tigers have a chance to win the pennant in New York, where they can party all night long. And if they don't, then we go into the next day and keep going until we either get a Red Sox. Dwayne, I'm using Strat. I got the '87 season on the Strat computer, so I'm using Strat computer. I forget it's easiest. I don't have '87 on. Well, Replay Baseball doesn't make '87. I could use Digital Diamond, but I think it's better off to use Strat. That way, if I'm missing a card, I got it right there on the computer anyway. So that's what I'll be using. So, but once the inside pitch thing is out of the way, I'll do a whole video on this. I'm just giving you guys a sneak preview as to what's to come because Brian B mentioned it, and of course, Brian B, my favorite guy on the Orioles, if I can find him. I know he's here somewhere. What did I do with him? There he is. Floyd Rayford. Big fat Floyd Rayford. He's the man. He's the man right there. He is the man. Floyd Rayford. 220 and 50 at bats. so he won't get much playing time. He's a catcher and a third baseman, but he's mainly been on the bench. He is on the opening day roster, but he is a bench player. So I'd have to use him as a pinch hitter or as a defensive replacement. So we'll see how much activity he gets. And that's another thing. I did set the computer on Strat to warn me if I was overusing somebody. I'm going to do as played, but as far as using bench guys and stuff, I don't want to overuse the guys. So I do have the Strat computer to tell me that as well. So looking forward to that, but that's going to be probably, sometime in September when that gets going. And so like I said, a lot of the videos will be recordings, but opening day, Cleveland and Toronto, that will be a live video to first introduce the project and then play the game. So that'll be live, but the other ones will be recorded and uploaded from there. So let's go do it from here. Hope you enjoyed that inside pitch Boston Red Sox game against the Orioles, where they survived to go another day. And next video on the channel will either be the Yankees and the Tigers 1967 game, or it'll be the game of the week on Saturday afternoon. Not sure if I'm going to play one tomorrow night or not. We shall see. Depends on how I'm feeling and whatnot. So anyway, let's go do it from here. I hope you all have a wonderful Thursday night, the rest of your night. Getting closer and closer to the weekend. So I'm definitely going to be looking to get some games in this weekend for sure. So like I said, if I do play the game for Detroit tomorrow and Detroit wins, then Sunday night will be game 1 of the World Series. So I got to go pull the Cardinals out of their bin and get their rosters all set up for postseason, and then either the Tigers or the Red Sox set up for postseason. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.